Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a past lives read, so it's essentially like, what do you need to know from your past life? What is stemming over into this life? You might be going through some sort of learning cycle or something, some sort of phase that has stemmed over from a past life into this life. Something that you carried over into this life that you weren't able to achieve or learn. Certain goals maybe that you had in a past life, and you know, time ended on this earth for you a little too soon before you got there. Okay, unfinished business is what I'm hearing now. We're gonna have 3 groups. I'm just trying to shuffle to get, for group 1 we're gonna have the tree. What's for group 2? What's for group 2? Angels and ancestors of the viewers. Group 2 is the ring. Thank you. And group 3, what's for group 3? Ooh, that flew out really fast. The anchor. And look, you guys, I put my little anchor cloth out here today. As per usual, if you're drawn to more than one group, that is fine. That is completely fine. Also, keep in mind that we've had several past lives. So, you know, there could be, maybe you're drawn to all 3 groups. I really don't know, but some of the messages could be pertaining to people and situations around you in the here and now, could be pertaining to this past, present, and future lifetime here and now as well. But we're trying to mainly focus on past lives energies. So she'll be right back. I'm going to pull cards as we go. We're not really, okay, so they're informing me we're just going to pull. I'm not getting set groups for each. What am I trying to say here? Okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our damn thing. We'll be right back with group 1. All right, group 1, for those that chose the tree. There's a 5 and there's a 7 there too. Also the little heart shape. So number 5 always signifies change, change, change. Changing fools. I think it's chains though on that song, but oh well, I improvised. So what from a past life does group 1 need to know about? What messages do we have for the ancestors, from the ancestors of group 1? Thank you. I have called upon your ancestors for this read at this time. Someone is acknowledging a candle that is lit, or an offering that has been given, or maybe you've been thinking about doing something for your ancestors or passed on loved ones. Ah, you were of high status in a past life. Could have even been royalty, council member is what I'm hearing. A situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship. Hidden but well-intentioned emotions. A charitable benefactor seeing a counselor. So what stood out to me here is hidden but well-intentioned emotions. Clarity card. The situation goes your way when you change your attitude. Oh, okay. I guess it kind of goes hand in hand with the hidden but well-intentioned emotions. You could be seeing somebody wrong, seeing somebody in the wrong kind of light. Okay. Let's see what this message is here from past lives. This could, I think this could have to do also, not with just an emotional cycle, but a romantic cycle as well, because they had me grab the romance deck. So there was codependency in a previous life with somebody. There could be a codependency right now though, but do you see how these two are looking at each other? Like, I see you, do you see me? Yeah, I see you, do you see me? So that's what stemmed over into this life. It's definitely got something to do with something that wasn't completely fulfilled in a previous life. There was a lot of unsaid, unhealed emotions for you guys. And I think the majority of you are probably already in union with this divine counterpart, okay? I've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So just know, however you're seeing your significant other, this too shall pass. It's whatever you guys are going through, it's going to be It's a cycle and it's a phase, and if you will notice before long that it is a cycle and phase, it's going to come up for you. There is lots of past lives healing meditations on YouTube, okay? Just an FYI. I'm sure you could find or make up some of your own positive affirmations and to release and to cut cords. Oh, cord cutting also comes to mind, like cord cutting from that situation, from that past life, because we didn't need to carry that into this life because it was an unfinished thing. So there's no reason for that. Like, you cut that cord from that past life, so, and then it can heal so you can start again in this past life. In this past life. Okay, I guess you guys are coming back to Earth. In this lifetime, I mean. On the bottom of the deck, I've got the Sun. Yeah, they're saying, you know, there's going to be a time of great joy and success. Gratitude to the divine. Plans that work out perfectly. We've got an hourglass here. We've got sunflowers and the sun here. I love it for you guys. Butterflies on that one, yeah. Butterfly in the sky. That's the Queen of Air, and that's the King of Fire. Or, I'm sorry, emotion. Water. Queen of Air and King of Water. So you might be air and water signs, or might have significant placements also. I'm seeing the judgmental thing here and releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. Seeing the humor in difficult situations. And over here, it's got hidden but well-intentioned emotions. So, okay, what else do we have for the group 1? Ooh. Looking at the bigger picture. So, the answers you seek, or, you know, the clarity that you're needing is coming, I feel. Yeah, see, conclusions are within reach in this situation. And we've got 2 full moon cards here, and we have a new moon coming up. As I say new moon, we pull out new moon in a Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off, okay? So this new moon is going to bring you, this new moon is going to bring you some sort of accolade, award, prize, gift, however you want to see it. Expect a powerful change with this new moon, whatever the situation you're dealing with, okay? But your hard work is definitely paying off, and also by the time that other full moon comes around, confidence is your key to success, and that's with a new moon as well. Excuse me. Having confidence and faith and trust that it's all going to work out, that everything happens for the betterment of your future and those around you. A couple of different decks here. Don't let me forget that one over there in a minute, Spirit. I'm like looking at some and then they're showing me some. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Community, yeah. The family dynamics here, the family tree. As you heal yourself, you're helping to heal your lineage and your legacy and build towards that great fortune. There's great fortune in spiritual gifts and abilities also in your family, your little ones, your grandkids. There's also a cycle involved with your family as well. Maybe it could be parents, you know, there's the same cycle that comes around, like, oh, you know, a certain subject comes up and you're like, not this shit again. It could have to do also with not just a romantic relationship, but a regular relationship from a family member, because in past lives, we've all had, like, in a past life, my stepdaughter was my father in a past life. And my honey, Jeff, was my mother in a past life. So see how the family dynamics switch around like that? And I know it seems weird to think about, but it's not weird once you're pure consciousness. Everything looks and seems normal. This healing, though, you're really going through it, I feel. Yeah. Could be the breaking of soul contract, or a soul contract. Things are bubbling up to the top because of a soul contract that's fixing to be done. If this is your group and you're trying to move away from the person too, maybe you're looking into separation or divorce. I mean, if things are good for you right now while you're in union, then that message is not for you, obviously. Okay, just don't want to worry people, because some people are taking these little kids and running with them, you know what I mean? And we've got unexpected income, so well, this card was flipped over. Yeah, something about your house. Maybe you're refinancing, maybe you're wanting to remodel. But let's get back to the messages from the past life. Let's see what they were stemming from in a past life. Seek hidden treasure. That's going within, having an understanding of yourself. And imagine really great solutions. So when you find you're crossing that bump in the road, a stalemate with this person, whomever it is, or people, that you imagine, you know, oh, that cycle, it's not going to be like that. We're going to come up with some sort of really good solution, so plan. I'm going to have the greatest words to give them in advice or guidance, or for them, easy words to speak to them so they can understand my perspective, and maybe you're wanting to understand their perspective as well, but there's a need to speak up to somebody on this, okay? Do something different. So this is you stepping out of your comfort zone. It's time to begin to explore. So maybe you weren't really into looking up your past lives. Maybe the past lives thing was not really your cup of tea. And if you weren't sure about them, you know, it's good to look into, like, there's tons of documentaries out there, tons of free YouTube videos on past lives. You can even find past life regression sessions where clients will go under hypnosis and the hypnotherapist will take them back to their past life. It's so interesting, and I just love it. I just love that we're able to do that kind of stuff. And then we've got life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So there's definitely going to be some sort of chemistry reignited in the relationship. Okay, group one. This too shall pass, though, and I think one or two people here already have a clear idea of what that situation is entailing. Don't disregard any grandiose ideas or thoughts that come up pertaining to a past life. You might even be having flashes of images, like memories flashes. Maybe you're really drawn to certain, like Atlantis, the idea of Atlantis or Egypt or whatever it is. Keep going towards that. Keep on learning and researching. Going through the motions is what you're doing. You're going through the motions, group one. This is all I have for you. I hope it helps. Love and light. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and say final outcome for group one. Final outcome for the situation. Where is it leading them? A tower moment, it may be ensuing, but that did come out in reverse. So you could have already had this tower moment with this person, this disagreement, this argument, conflict. Okay? And we've got the ending to a cycle. And the star card, yeah, it's gonna turn out just fine, okay? Even if you are wanting to stay in union with your partner, you know, or if you're wanting to move away and you guys have agreed for the betterment that it's time, you know, you guys are just growing apart, whatever the situation may be, you guys are going to have great success in whatever it is you're driving towards. Seeking hidden treasure, I feel like this is for somebody who's trying to move away from the conflict, the toxicity, whatever it is. But you're in doing this, you're starting your healing journey and you're finding yourself. Okay, group 1. I might have called you group 2, but now that is all I have for you. Hi, group 2. For those of you that chose the ring. This might have to do with someone who chose this group 2. You might have had a ring that was passed on down to you or even given to you. An heirloom is coming to mind, though. Let's see what overall energy for group 2 on the past lives. Renewal, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. Clarity on your life purpose, group 2. An obstacle can be an opportunity in disguise. Don't take things too personal. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. So whomever you're in a disagreement with or whomever you needed to give forgiveness to, it was not able to be given in the past life. So then whatever the situation is from the past life, it has carried over into this life. There's a need for cord cutting here from the past life situation. Calling upon your angels to help you. You know what's crazy is that I just looked down in group 1. I didn't even pull these freaking cards out, but the actual past life cards. Goodness. So I guess group 1 is probably, well, that was my warm-up, right? But whoever's some people who are attracted to group 2 will probably be attracted to group 1 as well, and the same thing with group 3. Probably a toss-up between 1 and 2 and 1 and 3 for people. So let's try this. You know, they need to make more past lives cards, by the way. What for the past life situation does group 2 need to know? What do they need to see with you right now? Persecution and inquisition. So you might have been persecuted by this person. About your spirituality and or religion. Interesting. So you were probably, I mean, we call them light workers now. You've definitely got Atlantis in there. There's those dolphins. You're probably a light worker now, but you know, back in the day they called it something else, which is abominations. You were an authority figure in Atlantis, though. There's 2 different situations going on here. Maybe you like, okay, so when the arts came out, I see the instruments. Maybe you like gospel music, or are they called hymnals? And then we've got communal living. On the bottom of the deck, definitely this wisdom that you had in a past life is carrying over into this life. On all your past lives, actually. There's a sense of someone needing to cleanse their space, though. Friendly reminder to always cleanse your energy. Especially if you're pulling cards and you're just like, say you know a situation of some friends close to you and you're just pulling cards just to see if your intuition is correct on the matter, but always cleanse yourself of that energy and cleanse your cards as well, or your runes, or whatever, your candle wax reading, whatever it is that you're using. Accepting the challenge of the moment. Retreat. Timing is everything. So let's get a little more. here. Your gifts and abilities are definitely from a lineage, a long line of very spiritualistic. Oh, that's interesting. Spiritualistic creators is what I'm hearing here. Don't discount any information that you're getting as you see the cards as well, okay? And we get a card for the arts, spirituality, and religion. The Magician. Yeah, you guys. You've got all the tools and the resources that you need right now, though, Group 2, okay? The answers are within you. And then we've got temperance, excuse me. Finding balance. Collaboration. Okay, and we did have communal living here, so I feel like maybe the people around you, you're maybe getting ideas about them, but they were very close to you in a past life of Atlantis as well. You may have helped build. You may have been the one who, Cathedral comes to mind. You may have helped build Atlantis. Okay, so they're saying you were there for the rise and the imminent fall of Atlantis. I mean, that's what we call it, right? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Okay, that song just popped in my head. The Fool, though. I'm the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. New beginnings, new journeys. But you see, he's got this little, like he's carrying a little bag, and I feel like, oh, it's baggage that you've carried over from the past life. Of course. But of course, my love. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So there could be a situation that you're feeling like heaviness on, something comes up, or a person comes into your life. I'm not sure what it is going on with you, but if there's no specific reason why you should be feeling that way or having this fear, if there's a phobia, and it's something that has come back from a past life. Maybe you feel fearful. Water's coming to mind. Not a big fan of water or dark water. Water at night where you can't see it, but also like being smashed or crushed. Could be your parents that came over, that are your parents now, that were communal with you in Atlantis. But this life, you are very gifted. You are a magician. You might even deem yourself a witch. I mean, not out loud to anybody, but there's a unicorn there too, and I had unicorn on the bottom a while ago with wisdom, right? Somebody wanted me to point that out, but we've got flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. So using essential oils would be beneficial to you, and bringing some nature indoors for you as well. Putting a centerpiece on your table, putting some flowers by your bed or on your sacred space would really help. I pulled this card, and yeah, they're like, yeah, see, there's flowers on the end table, and she's holding a rose. Anything else from the past life? Read. Reviewing the past with love and compassion. There was high honor. Okay, and you've got authority figure here. Your journey was cut short, though. What is that purpose? What is their purpose? concerned about your life purpose, even wondering if you even have a life purpose, because you're not feeling really drawn to anything. You're too much in your head about something. Worry. You could have been imprisoned too. That might be why you don't like small spaces. And you may have perished while you were in prison. Or whatever they called it back then. Unexpected income. Some poverty consciousness there, yeah. Despair. So you could be running into a windfall of abundance. It may have to do with sewing. When I see this card, I think of side jobs and side hustles. But you're really maybe wanting to do like fashion or something also, or design or home design. Something that you used to think about doing when you were a kid, I feel. Interior design. You are a privileged lady. And we've got mature man. Hold on, there's some more cards here. Main male. So it's like a father and husband energy coming through with the lovers. So yeah, like in group 1 I was mentioning that my honey here in this lifetime, I'm pretty sure he was like my mother in a past life. So that might be the same scenario for you. Like maybe, and I know it seems our human minds are like, ooh, what? They were my mom and now they're my significant other, but just try not to think of it that way. It's completely different when you're in another lifetime, okay? But your father could have been your significant other in a past life, or your significant other in this life could have been your father in a past life. Something about soul contracts here. Ooh, I felt that in my solar plexus. Unfinished business. What is it? What's going to... Wealthy man. Okay. You may have somebody who is working a lot only because they were not able to... They didn't feel like they could provide for their family. Or maybe they weren't able to. You know, way back when, times were really tough, right? Things were scarce. So they could be almost having to overwork themselves, or really just focused on leaving, you know, focusing on working now so they have something to leave their family when they're no longer here. What's this card? Distant horizon. Somebody's going to become wealthy, really wealthy, and you could have a wealthy man coming towards you as well if you're not in union with somebody right now. Yeah, look, sudden wealth. Jackpot, baby. Distant horizons. And also, since you were a high honor authority figure in a past life, you may be thinking, oh, I should be further in life than what I am. I just turned such and such age. And I really, like, you do have a lot to show for it. You have a lot to be proud of. But sometimes when we get in these scarcity and lacking mindsets around money in particular, or income and finances, it's like, well, I should have so much saved up by now and such and such. So don't beat yourself up too bad on that, because that's something stemming from a past life. You are exactly where you need to be, okay? And you do have travel coming up for you. Oh, you can't leave. I know Earth is not fun sometimes. Well, we've got transportation or leaving or travel, and then we've got monk or nun. So maybe you're thinking about, maybe you're wanting to visit a cathedral or a sacred place also. So your team is saying go for it. Let's see final outcome from past life for this life. What is the deal? Whoa, that flipped over really fast. The Knight of Pentacles. Wealth, again, material happiness, abundance, sowing your seeds you've planted. What is that? Is that what it's called? Something's giving you a lot of strength here to keep on trucking, okay? You just keep going. Your time on earth is not up yet, and some things will soon, you will soon have clarity on certain situations around your life. So group 2, I'm suggesting that, because yeah, you're going to have a lot of messages come in and a lot of clarity. I suggest that you come back. You'll probably be guided by your intuition anyways to come back at a later date and time and review this read, because I feel like most of it has something to do with somebody's here and now life right now. Yes, an emotional fulfillment on top of it. Remember to call out to that spirit team. Stepping into your power, sitting pretty. I know that's not even what the Emperor represents, but that's just what came to mind. Seeing things from a different perspective. We have the Hanged Man, and that's what he does. He's hanging upside down because that's to help him see from a different perspective. And see his crown chakra very illuminated. Movement forward, positive movement forward. So light is going to be shed for you, my friends. This is what I have for you, group 2. I hope it helps, and I hope it resonated, and come back at a later date and time if you need to. Love and light. Hi there, for those of you that chose group 3. Okay, I got off to a little bit of a rocky start for group 1, so maybe I was just supposed to have 2 groups and that was it. Sometimes that happens. But I like the number 3, you know? So, you silly gooses, you guys pick the anchor, and look, I mean, I think the majority of you guys have probably picked the anchor anyways because it's right here in your face, right? Let me put this over. So, I did see this wise counselor overall energy for you, and what comes to mind is that you are the glue that holds everything together, whether it's in your friend circle, at work, in your home, your family dynamics, you know. You are the solid foundation that people come to, and you are the one that people rely on. You give a lot. There's also a sense of needing to get grounded as usual, right? And this says, unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. He's got a couple of keys here, so it's like you hold the keys to the kingdom, right? And there's a lot of symbolism down here. Different religions. You've probably been shedding a lot of belief systems, group 3. And Taurus is coming to mind, but I'm not sure if that's Taurus. It looks like Taurus's emblem, but anyways. The letters S and V here could be of significance to somebody. Let's see what else we've got for you. Let's see what the past lives cards say for group 3. Martyr is coming to mind too. Okay. What do we got for group 3 on past lives? Okay, they just want me to be still for a moment and be quiet. Okay. Ships. Obviously with the anchor, right? Sailing at sea. Perishing at sea. A storm. I want to say cyclone, but do cyclones go over water in the ocean? Maybe it's hurricane. Unfinished business, of course. Soul contracts. You may be feeling the need to keep your crystals close to you. Speaking of. Okay, so let's see what else they got here. Native American and father. So if you're not Native American in this life, you've got Native American roots, ancestors. Phobias. So there's an unexplained phobia that you have in this lifetime that really didn't cause for to be. Like, okay, I mentioned ships and perishing at sea, so you might be super, like, you don't like to be on boats or out in open water. There could be a fear of water, fear of boats, fear of storms, inclement weather. Soul contract, there it is. The Greco-Roman area as well, and then monk or nun. So, ooh. Oh, I haven't brushed up on my history, but you don't discount any info you're getting when you see these cards either, okay? So you may have been a monk or a nun. Because when you're a monk or a nun, you kind of take vows, right? And then we've got lessons and blessings. So I think that's what's going on for you right now. It could be healing a relationship between your father and you. Okay. So we're going to shuffle these cards. This is two different situations, I feel, here again, just like group 2 had. Let's get some more on the end. Phobias, father, Native American. Main female in reverse. So, okay, if you're female in this life, you were male in the previous life. If you're male in this life, you were female in this life. I mean, past life, okay? This does have something to do with the household, the dynamics in the household. Maybe your honey was your mother in a past life. There is high honor here, though. Chief. You know, I don't know if there was anybody, I don't know what it would be called if you were in second in command back in the day, though. What are they concerned about? There's a message of concern here on how hard you're working yourself. You're really stretching yourself thin, group 3. You don't have to work so hard. I mean, as long as we're happy and we're healthy and we have what we need at that time. But we've got bad health here, so the stress, stretching yourself thin, really takes a toll on the body and the physicality of the body, right? Nausea, headaches, dizziness. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should see your provider if you feel the need to do so. Also, okay, so somebody had passed from bad health in a past life as well. You might be fearful that your dad will pass of bad health. Like, you might be really concerned or worried that they're going to. Maybe they did. I am sorry for your loss if that's the case. I don't mean to seem detached or cold or insincere, okay, when I'm giving these messages. Because I don't know everyone's situation. Just want to put that out there. It's making me kind of dizzy having her upside down there. Hee. Matriarch is coming to mind also. So maybe the father that you have now was your mother in a past life, or vice versa, you know? Okay, they want me to get another card here. Calling all you angels. They could be your angel now. And we've got Atlantis here. So group 2 had Atlantis message as well. Persecution and Inquisition. Celtic. Anything else there? For the bad health card. Regard your failure as a means to strengthen your character. Keep the mind clear. There is significant worry over something that really does not deem worry worthy. Regard your failure as a means to strengthen character. Maybe you're beating yourself up for something you did. Maybe you're trying to be good and not use so many vices or something, but they're saying, you know, it's okay. You're human, and it's time to just move on from that. We just keep going it over and learning again. And each time we do this, or we fuck up or make a mistake, then it's great when that happens, because we have the ability to do even better on the situation the next time, right? Some of these failures and mistakes are complete and utter blessings in disguise. Miracles are waiting to happen for you. Oh, sweet mother, yes. Medicine man or medicine woman for Native American, and maybe you were a father and a medicine man in a past life also, because we've got the wisdom card. There's lots of wisdom here that you were carrying inside. We all carry inside from our past lives. We carry an immense amount of wisdom, and if you've been researching and doing, you know how far back Atlantis goes. Like, you know how many lifetimes you've had since then. Also, how many soul contracts you might have, and how many soul contracts could need to be cut right now from past lives. Yeah, even galactic past lives, they're saying, that deemed with spirituality and religion. But galactic, I feel, is a little different than what's going on here. And then, of course, they want me to show you Egypt as well. Yeah, you might have a very strong thing towards Egypt. So you could be deemed as Earth Angel. Maybe your work, you feel close with the angels. It might be time to reach out to the angels and work with them. Because we have a choice on who we want to work with on a daily or a weekly, however you want to do it. You can work with your ancestors. You can decide to work with your spirit guides strictly. You can work with your angels strictly. You can work with ascended masters. You can work with God energy itself, or Jesus energy. Did I say ancestors already? So there is some inner child healing here too, because we've got journey child and imprisonment. Uncaging that inner child and letting him or her come out and play. And I think your inner child, persecution and acquisition came to mind when I was mentioning inner child. So this could be stemming, you might be releasing something from the past that your father conditioned you to believe about yourself. Or, of course, unintentionally, right? Past belief systems. Healing, or maybe your father was absent a lot of your life. Unexpected income on the cut. Well, we've got occupation here too. Make your own choices based on your truth. Let's get this going. Holy crap. Well, this is stemming a little long, but that's okay. Let's get future outcomes and such. Future outcome for this group. Look at that. Giving and receiving. And the magician. Boom. Alright. Anything else here before that's too many. Anything else here? And the moon. Yeah, there's going to be clarity shed on the situation though. You guys might need to come back at a later date and time and review this again. Although I don't feel like there was a whole lot that was said. Something is going to be given to you. And I feel like every time I see the Ace of Wands, I feel like it's clarity, ideas. You have the resources you need to do this healing, to go towards this venture that you're wanting. If you let your intuition guide you, it can lead you towards wealth. And I'm noticing that these are, you know, poverty, people in poverty right here, and this is journey. So could have had a lot of poverty in your past life, and that might be where the beliefs, you know, and also we don't know what your dad, you know, what his belief systems were conditioned on or around income, but a lot of that stuff stems from past lives. And that's what they mean when they say we're healing generational karma and generational patterns and such. It's all these belief systems based around money, love, relationships, how things are supposed to go, household, you know. We always grew up being told, you know, girl is pink and boy is blue. Boys play with trucks and dirt, and girls play with dolls and houses. But that's not always the case. I mean, boys can play with dolls and houses too, right? And vice versa. So there's a big sense of releasing several thought patterns, though. And you might feel like you've almost gone freaking crazy, Group 3. But you're coming out of it. That muddled thinking, that instability, you're coming out of it. The moon usually indicates that there's stuff hidden, and you're not going to be able to see the entire path or your journey in front of you, because your spirit team says if we were to show you all the great things coming towards you right now, you would want to cut right to the good stuff, and then we wouldn't have the lessons and the blessings in between. And I have a feeling that some of you guys probably don't want to come back to Earth this go around. So we're going to stick it out, and we're going to do what we need to do here, because you came back to do a lot of things. But releasing the defensiveness of something, hierarchy comes to mind too. So you might have you might have a problem with authority figures. I feel you on that one. I'm not big about people telling me what to do or how to do it or what they deem is necessary or whatever. Getting grounded. And look, we've got the Lovers coming over the Magician. No more in that battle. It's like you're going to be picking up those burdens and pushing them, taking them somewhere else. You're like, F this shit. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put a pin in it. I'm going to boop. Put them over here, okay? Because you're taking it and you're leading yourself towards your stepping into your power. Yeah, truth and clarity, you guys. Truth and clarity coming out on the situations. This could be pertaining to this lifetime as well, with the child and the occupation and the father card and the anchor. Like for a lot of people, oh, that makes sense. The anchor in the family, the person with the solid foundation is the father. I mean, that's how we've always been taught to believe, right? That the father or the man goes out and does the work and makes the money while the wife stays home and takes care of the kids. But those are such outdated beliefs, because us as women can do whatever a man can do, if not more, because we have, you know, this keen sense of awareness and intuitiveness for us. Because as females, we stand more in our feminine energy than we do our masculine energy, and the same thing with these macho males, standing more in their masculine than any of their feminine. An improvement in your lifestyle will take place sooner than you originally expected. You have earned the respect of the group. Time to take charge. So it's time to take charge of your life, group 3. Take the bull by the horns and just try to keep in mind it all happens for the betterment. Things always turn out way better than expected. And an improvement in your lifestyle will take place way sooner than you realized. Be assertive in going for the gold. I felt like that was a key. And listen to your intuition on matters, especially involving romance, okay? Remain positive about your romance situation. There is recovery in a situation. Look for a sign. Ask for a sign, okay? In the near future. So say, okay, guys, I want to see a bright yellow bird in 3 days if such and such is going to be okay, or whatever you're wanting to do, okay? But there may be a sense of needing forgiveness here, maybe on the father in this lifetime, okay? Be open to receiving help from helpful people as well, group 3. I hope it helps. Hope it resonated. Love and light, dears.